In this video, you'll get the chance to watch a full Forex trade start to finish. And if you're new to this stuff, when I first started, I always wanted to see somebody actually place a real trade and actually watch the full process, the analysis, real money, real trades, all that sort of stuff. If that's you, if you would like that, then you're in the right place. Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, and let's do some trading. I'm going short EURCAD here today, and let's go ahead and start the trade. So I'm actually going to risk, let me see what I want to do. So before I take the trade, what I've got here is a couple levels marked out. We are currently pulling back here on EURCAD in the context of an overall downward trend. We've been seeing nice lower highs here on this market, and on the higher time frame, talking like the daily chart, we've been trending lower overall. So I'm looking to get short, and I want to try and evaluate a good place to point out a entry and stop loss. So I'm actually going to enter right in this zone. Now, in terms of where I would like to put my stop, I'm going to be a bit aggressive here and say I'd like to go for about 50 pips of a stop loss. So if I actually go into my buy trade, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 50 pips stop loss. I'm selling, and I'm going to risk $800 on this trade, which is overall on the account, a small portion of the account. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and take this position now. So there we go. We are entered into the market. And now what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to pause the video, come back in just a second. I'm going to go ahead and update this to members inside of our private group. Okay, and we are back. Sorry for that little delay. So I just updated members. Anytime I take a trade, I do a quick write-up inside of the group explaining why I took the trade, what the trade was all about, etc. So I just took this EURCAD position, risking just 50 pips, so nothing crazy. The position size is nothing out of the ordinary or crazy like that. What I do is when I take my trades, if it has a good reading from our edge finder, which is our market scanner, it gives me more confidence in the trade. The technicals I really liked here, and I feel like we're getting a pretty good pullback opportunity on euro pairs, as I am generally pretty bearish. So what I said here is that we have, of course, real simple technicals trending down, and we're at resistance pulling back in that downward trend. That's the simple part. Now let's take a quick look at the edge finder and see, nice little rejection, by the way, starting out here. Let's look at the edge finder and see what we had on that. So I looked at my scanner, and this one actually popped up as one of the top rated sells on the list with a -7 in the score category. Now, of course, when we take a look at the EURCAD, we get a strong sell on the individual sheet. And I wanted to show you this. On the economic side of things, in terms of fundamental analysis, each and every category, GDP growth, inflation, interest rate, and unemployment, all point towards buying the CAD over the euro, which is exactly what we're doing when we are trading currencies. We're picking which currency we want to bet on more. And in this case, we can take a look and break down each one. GDP growth, we have more growth in Canada. Inflation, we have less inflation, which is better in Canada. Euro region has higher unemployment, so we're going to go ahead and side more so with the CAD, which is sitting at only 4.9% unemployment compared to 6.6. And finally, interest rates are much higher in Canada, which attract foreign investment and can be a strengthening factor to the currency. Fundamentals are an important component to my trading research, and that is why we use the market scanner that you're seeing on the screen, the edge finder, to help us with that. Also, another one is that the month of July is historically pretty negative for the currency pair, and all of this said and done, we have a -7 score. That's going to give me a bias to be short on this particular currency pair. So there you go. I'm in the trade. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to give this trade a little bit of time to play out. I have updated members. Everything is checked off. So we've got our stop loss in place, just double checking everything on the trade. And what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to pause the video, give this some time to play out, and see if we can catch a little bit of a move here. If we do, I'll update you guys, and we'll go from there. So we'll pause the video now. All right, guys, we are all out of EURCAD for a lovely loss of $795.
Oh, no.
Which, of course, definitely not ideal, but let's go take a look at what just happened with the chart. So our initial entry on this trade was actually really good. We saw this market move in our favor, so clearly we did identify a pretty good market level. Looking, of course, historically or in hindsight is a dangerous thing to play, because it's easy to always say, you know, what would have done, what you would have done or could have done, etc. So of course, in this case, I'm feeling like, oh, I shoulda, coulda, woulda closed out my trade when I was in profit, was up a couple $100 on the trade. Unfortunately, did not get a chance to trail stops to break even or to move or to take any profit. And so again, this market starts going down, which is great. But then, of course, the market rallies stronger and we actually broke out of this level. That's a pretty clear sign for me that we are no longer justified in holding the short. And after this continued rally, we actually ended up stopping out on EURCAD for that loss of around $800. So there you go, just an example. Hopefully this is just an example of an everyday trade for me. Sometimes my trades are amazing, sometimes my trades are not amazing. And I hope that by watching my videos, you know I will show you the good and the bad of trading. Things are not always fun and not every trade is a win. So there you go, a loss for your day. I hope that your trading is going better than mine today, but I do have some other positions that I'm open right now that are going really quite well. So maybe you'll see some of those videos in the future. Stay tuned, make sure to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, and see you next time, guys. Looks like it's time for your next trading video. Check out the videos here and here for more free trading content that should help you in your trading journey. We try and keep it real here, so make sure to subscribe for more content that is down to earth, realistic Forex trading content. See you in the next video.